In the sweltering heat of an Atlanta summer in 1934, a little boy named Michael, later known to the world as Martin Luther King Jr., sat quietly on the wooden steps of his family home. He was only 5, but he already noticed things adults wished he didn't. He noticed why some people sat in the front of buses and others in the back. He noticed why his parents whispered when they talked about the world outside their home. He noticed the fear behind laughter, the tension beneath politeness, the invisible line separating white and black children everywhere they went. And one day, when a white boy he played with was suddenly forbidden by his parents to meet him again, young Martin felt something break inside. "Why?" he asked his father that evening. "Because of the color of your skin," his father replied softly. "But that's not fair," Martin said. His father nodded. "No, son, it is not fair. And one day, maybe someone will change it." Martin didn't know it yet, but that someone would be him. Martin grew up in a home filled with sermons, music, arguments, books, and ideas. His father, Daddy King, was a preacher who thundered truths from the pulpit. His mother, Alberta, played the gentle piano, her soft voice soothing the world's harshness. Martin inherited both: the fire from his father, the compassion from his mother, the courage from God. By the time he was 15, he entered Morehouse College. Not because he was a genius, though he was, but because Morehouse needed students during wartime. He had no plan to become a preacher. He thought preachers were too emotional, too dramatic, until he heard Dr. Benjamin Mays, Morehouse's president, speak. Mays' voice wasn't loud, but it was sharp. It wasn't emotional, but it was powerful. He made Martin realize something profound. A man with a voice is a man with a weapon. From that day, Martin's path was set. He studied theology. He studied philosophy. He studied Gandhi. He studied Jesus. He learned about wars, revolutions, peace, suffering, humanity, and hope. But more importantly, he learned about nonviolence. The idea that one could fight not with fists, not with guns, but with conscience. Nonviolence wasn't weakness. It was strength. It was moral power. It was courage distilled into action. In 1955, when he was just 26, Martin Luther King Jr. became pastor of Dexter Avenue Baptist Church in Montgomery, Alabama. A small church, a small city, a small stage. But destiny has a way of starting from quiet corners. On December 1st, 1955, a seamstress named Rosa Parks, tired from work, sat in the colored section of a bus. But when the white section filled up, the driver demanded that she give up her seat. She refused, not because she was tired, but because she was done being silent. Her arrest ignited a fire. Black leaders gathered. They needed someone young, smart, and unafraid. Someone who spoke like thunder, but loved like rain. They chose Martin Luther King Jr. The Montgomery bus boycott began. 381 days. People walked miles to work. Mothers carried groceries on their heads. Elders limped across the city under burning sun and freezing winds. Martin spoke night after night. "We will meet hate with love. We will meet physical force with soul force." His house was bombed. He received death threats daily, but he did not stop. The boycott ended in victory. Segregated buses were declared unconstitutional. America had shifted, and Martin Luther King Jr. became its new moral compass. Success didn't bring peace. It brought more threats, more arrests, more challenges, more expectations. He traveled from city to city, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Chicago, speaking to tired sharecroppers, frightened mothers, angry youth, exhausted workers. He faced mobs. He faced police. He faced politicians. He faced betrayal. He faced internal division. Some people said he moved too fast. Others said he moved too slow. But Martin never wavered. "We must learn to live together as brothers or perish together as fools." By 1963, the movement was boiling. The country was divided. Violence was rising. Martin believed America needed a moment, a turning point, a national awakening. So he and other leaders planned the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. On August 28, 1963, more than 250,000 people gathered at the Lincoln Memorial. The sun was brutal. The crowd was restless. Martin's prepared speech was good, but not legendary. Then Mahalia Jackson, the great gospel singer, shouted from behind him, "Tell him about the dream, Martin." And something happened, something divine. Martin closed his eyes and spoke from the soul. "I have a dream." His voice floated across the reflecting pool, into the hearts of millions, into the books of history, into the future he longed to see. A dream where his children would not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. The world changed that day.